So I noticed that a lot of you are not actually subscribed to me. So if you could hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, any of the three, share, it would be a big help to me. Anyway, on with the video. Thanks! Today we're going to be talking about the gaming culture. Or more specifically, we're going to be dissecting the psychology behind Mobile Legends culture. Yeah, the game that turns rational people into walking cortisol factories. Let's begin. Now, let's start clinical. Why can we not stop playing even when we hate it? Mobile Legends runs on a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. I know, a mouthful. But if you're not a nerd like me, basically it translates to you win sometimes, and because you don't know when you'll win exactly, you keep playing. Like a rat pressing a lever for snacks. Except the snack is dopamine, and the lever is your phone screen. So, in behavioral psychology, variable ratio schedules are the strongest at creating addiction like patterns. I mean, it's how casinos keep you betting. So, Mobile Legends does the exact same thing with rank stars, battle points, in that sweet MVP badge you screenshot for your story. So, no, technically, you're not weak willed. You're just being operantly conditioned like the rest of us. Now, hold on to your buckle because I'm about to talk about parts of the brain in this part, okay? Let's move on to tilt spiral. Picture this. You've lost 3 games, your blood pressure is up, suddenly you're diving tower solo and telling your tank skill issue. Well, my friend, welcome to cognitive overload and emotional dysregulation. The amygdala, or the emotion center of your brain starts hijacking decision making when you're under stress. Your prefrontal cortex, yeah, the logic and control part of your brain, offline. It's on vacation. It told HR it can't deal anymore. Officially left the building like Elvis. Now clinically, this is referred to as being tilted in gamer terms. But it's also a textbook limbic override. So, when your gameplay nosedives, it's not just skill decay. It may also be biology. So take breaks, or your ego will take damage your win rate can't recover from. Projection is when your unconscious insecurities grab the mic and scream into all chat. In Freudian theory, projection is a classic defense mechanism where a person attributes their own flaws, impulses, or emotions to others. So when someone blames the team, it might actually be their fear of inadequacy just wearing a toxic skin. Now sometimes, most of the times, players project to protect the ego, especially in a hyper-competitive space like Mobile Legends where personal value feels tied to performance. Most likely than you would think. So when someone says jungle gap or wow, you're trash at this, support trash, marksman trash, roamer trash, mid laner, you're heavy, I don't know. I mean, just know. Just know that you're projecting. Yeah, just next time. Okay? They might have a slight chance of projecting. Roles aren't just gameplay. They're about social identity. Now, according to Taj Vels, probably butchered it again, but, well, according to Taj Vels' social identity theory, we form part of our identity based on group affiliations, like your main role, preferred hero, or even server. When that identity is challenged, like for example, you're forced off of your role or flamed while playing it, it can feel like a personal attack. Why? Because your self concept is now tied to whether your Estus heals enough for that random ADC who's 071. This creates role conflict, which breeds frustration, self doubt, and occasionally war crimes in the form of AFK rage. And, like I keep telling you guys since part 1 of this series, Gaming with Psychology, your worth, your self worth, shouldn't be tied to stars. But, unfortunately, your dopaminergic or dopaminergic? Dopaminergic. Ah, your dopaminergic system disagrees. We have this term called contingent self-worth. So it's basically when you base your value on external achievements. Like in gaming, this might look like I'm mythic equals I'm valuable. I drop to epic equals I am the scum of the earth. How about me? I've only ever gone to epic and then that's the highest I've got. I'm always at warrior. Okay. Now, the fragile sense of self creates performance anxiety, burnout, and the type of existential crisis usually reserved for philosophy majors. Now, here's where we're not just psychologically unwell, we're funny about it. This is collective coping, where players bond over shared frustration through humor, memes, and probably mild flaming. It's also emotion focused coping, which is used when you can't change the situation, so you just laugh about it instead. In clinical terms, we're coping badly. But hey, it's adaptive, mostly. Now let's talk trash talkers. People say things in Mobile Legends they'd never say out loud. Why? Pseudo-anonymity. According to the online disinhibition effect, anonymity reduces accountability and increases impulsive, hostile, or vulnerable behaviors. In Mobile Legends, this means people feel free to flame, grief, or type your mother because they don't face real-world consequences. It's not just bad manners, it's a literal shift in social behavior caused by perceived invisibility. Why am I playing the game still if it's so terrible then? Well, we're gonna go back to video number 2 in Gaming with Psychology series and introduce you to flow state. That's right, flow. Flow is a psychological state described by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, which I probably butchered again. No, I'm not having a stroke. That was a real name, yes. And no, that was not an Elder Souls spell. Okay? Now, flow is a complete immersion, perfect challenge skill balance, and total focus. Mobile Legends hits that sweet spot when coordination, timing, and dopamine align. So, you forget the time, your hands move on autopilot, you carry the game, it's beautiful, brief, and it's rare. But when it happens, worth it. And your brain just chases the dopamine for hours. At the end of the day, playing 5 versus 5 mobile arena games like Mobile Legends isn't just a game. It's a digital microcosm of everything that makes us human. Irrational decision making, the craving for recognition, the fear of inadequacy, the chaos of teamwork, and that desperate hope that maybe, just maybe, the next match won't be such a pain. We come back not just for wins, but for the chance at being understood, even if that understanding comes from strangers in the form of ping span and last second saves. The game mirrors our psyche, the tilted rage, the emotional numbness, the misplaced blame, the validation high. It's part study, part confession, and somehow entertainment. In a way, playing Mobile Legends is like running a lab experiment on yourself, but without goggles, supervision, or ethic approval. And whether your heart's like epic, freshly mythic, or just trying not to lose your sanity in solo queue, remember, you're not bad. You're just caught in a psychological ecosystem designed to poke every corner of your brain. It's not just mechanics, it's memory, emotion, identity, behavior. And that's kind of fascinating if you're not crying about it. Hey, like and subscribe for more over-analysis of your gaming breakdowns. Or don't. I'll just project my abandonment issues into next week's script.